Good day, everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is a general reading and is for entertainment purposes only. Now that that's out of the way, let's see what Bird's got to say today. I did get the overlying energy out. I have attempted to do this reading a few times. I really feel my throat chakra being blocked here the last couple days. My throat is sore in a weird way. I'm not sick or anything like that. It's almost like my throat's been squeezed. It's oddly feeling kind of bruised, right? It's like people don't want me doing this because I know that there's some important messages to get out for you guys. I did take out the overlying energy. We have Taurus. So we could be speaking of a Taurus or something to do with your second house of possessions, self-worth, confidence. Here we have that blue. I got a lot of blue kind of here signifying the throat chakra, though this is referring specifically to the third eye. We're being asked to tap into our intuition right now. We also have this beautiful dragon card talking about your power and taking your power back or not giving it away in general. Here's your do-over. So maybe in a past you were giving your power away. This is not what we're doing anymore. In the year of the fire horse, we are free to run the fields and put that work in. And I do want to say that something is going to be centered around whatever you're working towards with Taurus here in the second house and the fire horse. The fire horse is all about the work. Something you're doing for work is really important. Now this could be like a side hustle. Whatever it is, anything from jewelry making, whatever it is, it seems like it is what's going to bring you the freedom. This horse is free. You could be working even on several projects right now that's coming up. But let's get into this and see what the details are. So I hope everybody's doing okay out there today. Let me know if y'all got a sore throat, because let me know if y'all got those awesome planes spraying stuff over your heads as well. Because I do post a lot about that, about how I think we're being exterminated, how, whatever they're spraying from the sky there over us, crisscrossy, obviously can't be good for our health. I know that I would like some sun where I live. We barely get any as is here in Canada, specifically where I live. And then every day that there's a nice, beautiful day, it seems to be taken away by those lines in the sky that spread out. But enough about that. That's not what I'm here for. We have some sort of commitment, a promise. Remember, we're talking about the second house of possessions here. Personal wealth, income, cash flow, the items you buy, own, value, your self-worth, your inner value, confidence, self-esteem, core values, the things that you hold near and dear. Taurus loves comfort and luxury as well. And then we have the sun in reverse. So the sun upright would be success, happiness. You know what's funny? This card, I use this deck a lot. This actually looks like the exact sky that I'm talking about. It's like the lines in the sky are being blocked out, and this came in reverse. And this is really honestly what's pissing me off. And I'm talking to people about it. I did not intend this reading to be about chemtrails, but I'm sick of the hazy sky. I really am. Like, I'm not sure how to be honest, how we're going to cultivate anything. Like, what are the bays doing right now? Because they're probably cold. It's June. I live on the Canadian East Coast, but I'm hearing from people in Louisiana it's like colder than usual. And also their skies are being blocked out, or their sun is being blocked out. It's like they're stealing our frickin' sunshine. And when I was in Home Hardware the other day, I'm talking to a guy and he's like, oh, we're finally getting a nice day tomorrow. And I said, yeah, I bet your bottom dollar by the end of the day, after seeing multiple planes crisscross in the sky, we're not going to have sun. And he was like, well, there's more cars than planes. And I had to ask him, do they ever let you out of this building? Have you ever did one of these? And I looked up at the sky. And I said, look up. Look the fuck up. Look up. Look up. Remember that movie, Don't Look Up? I'm suggesting you look up. Because you can see with your own fucking eyeballs that these planes are crisscrossing the sky. And they're stealing our sunshine. By the way, Bill Gates has a lovely TED Talk. Like he has said this many a times. When we're heading towards Agenda 2030, we want to be blocking out the sun. And I don't think they're blocking out the sun everywhere. I have a feeling over in Kazakhstan, and where, you know, the fallen angels seem to hang out now, and Dubai and all those places, I have a feeling it's just, it's perfect. It's perfect weather. You know, wherever the millionaires, good billionaires are hanging out, I have a feeling the weather is sunny every day. And I doubt it's in Philadelphia. You know, somebody is probably, I don't know, stealing the sun. This dragon looks like it's stealing the sun. This dragon looks like it's holding the sun. And when you say dragon power, the dragon actually reminds me of good old King Charles there. Because they are the dragon, right? If you look at their emblems and all that, all this stuff is easily Googleable. They're the House of the Dragon. The Queen was, and Charles and all those lovely dressed people who probably eat babies. This could be specifically Bill Gates, you know. I really didn't intend this to go this way, but this was honestly like it's everything I could possibly think about. I usually have a bit of a tan by now. I'm really do feel quite solar powered as a person. I think in a sense like we all are. I'm really having a tough time here. Underneath these clouds, and just full well knowing it's not a natural event, and to have this sore throat along with it, I kind of feel like it's either from that or they don't want me talking about it, and that's all I do is talk about it everywhere I go, because I'm just baffled by the fact that people don't have eyes to see anymore. Like, when did that happen? They're making us sick. They want us in this dark. They want us in the house. They want us in the dark. It's some sort of, like, I have a feeling like there's, like, spell casting on the whole globe. You know what I mean? I'm sure, you know, on certain days, everybody's in their bunkers except for us plebs, right? Here's your do-over. So this is a chimera creature. You know, I'm not sure if they're trying to turn us into something. You know, like, to me, this is giving all y'all vaccinated people. Because something changed. Something changed when it came down to the jabs. It's like anybody... I understand it's hard to live outside the matrix. It's very difficult to accept that you know, they really are trying to depopulate the planet. The Georgia Guidestones clearly stated what they were up to. Or maybe this is just talking about you. And if you're a male watching this channel, take it where it resonates. Flip it if you gotta flip it. This could be talking about a female in your life who's a chimera. I don't know. But specifically, I feel like, you know, maybe you're this chimera. Maybe you're not like everybody else. Maybe you have eyes to see. If you're still here watching my channel, then obviously you do. And thank you so much for being you. My gosh, I wish I could talk to you all in one room because I just feel like I'm kind of losing it here sometimes. When I was driving home yesterday, like I was just like, what? How am I the only one that sees this? And I'm not the only one. I know there's other people out there that see the agenda, but at the same time, look, we got those hazy clouds again. In this one too, they're all spread out. It's just, it's frustrating not to have everybody upset at what is clearly happening in front of, like, our very own eyes. So we have a desire to steal the sun, a desire to stop the work, a desire, a desire for this lady, a desire to make this lady sick, to steal the sunshine, to make everybody sad, depressed, and they're quite committed to doing this. There's lots of information on this kind of stuff that people can go look at. Like, here I am arguing on the internet over and over again, and it's like, just look up. Can you go outside and take a look up at one of those days that the sun's out for the short period of time that it's out, and then see how it gets covered out? Just go sit outside and stare at the sky. I'm not, whoever's here still watching, I sound frustrated. I'm not frustrated with you. Let's see, what can we do about it? One, we can talk about it. We can talk about it. We can actually stick our neck out and talk about it. Tell me about this commitment, this promise. Information seems to be coming out here. We have the Seven of Swords. It does look like somebody... I'm kind of moving away. Now that I've vented about the clouds, I'm actually kind of getting a different message here. There's information. Like, it's almost like... It almost seems like this is talking about... Because I'm noticing that not only, like, the ring here, like, you as chattel, you as someone's possession. It's like there's information out here possibly about a secret marriage, and it could have been done to get a hold of, like, something's come to light here, okay? Like, it's being seen that you are actually very much single, you are not married, and the rumor that you've heard may be true, because someone stole something from you here with the Seven of Swords, Seven of Spades, the Seven of Swords. And again, 2 plus, we have, this is 27, which equals 9. 2 plus 7 is 9. This information is going to bring an ending to this facade. You knew about this. Like, maybe you didn't know that somebody left you something, or somebody gave you something, or you earned something in the past, something on a financial level. With the Seven of Swords here, I mean, honestly, it could have been your spiritual inheritance. It could, something along those lines, but you knew something was hidden from you. You knew something was kept in the dark. And it does seem like, as of yet, it still may be. Now, people may have been trying to control and dominate you, because, like, I'm getting the fact that you are actually, like, I feel like somebody's been trying to put out your light. Somebody's been trying to dim your light, and it's all about control and power. These people do not want you to be seen. They do not want you to be heard. They spend a lot of time trying to keep you locked away in this basement by way of spellwork. Probably because you're a true speaker like myself. If you're still here, I know who you are and I love you. Yeah, there's a do-over for somebody's got another shot to do something, and the thing that came to mind here is if you were out in 2020 protesting and doing all that kind of stuff, I have a feeling you're going to get another chance to go out there and do that. And as important and fun as it was to be a part of something along those lines, it was also dead serious. We're talking about, again, the powers that be depopulating the planet by different means, and lying to everybody's faces, and then unfortunately having to lose friends and family over it because it the news didn't tell you. The talking heads on the news forgot to tell you that those jabs were bad, because they were being paid and sponsored by certain companies, which seems to be a conflict of interest. But fear. You guys weren't guided by fear. You were guided by your insight, your heart, your third eye. Some people just could not see what was being done. Maybe you're by yourself, maybe your family or friends went the other way. Maybe you do have family and friends that didn't go the other way, and that can you adopt me? Can your family adopt me if that's your family? If your family was all at the protest, it'd be an amazing thing to have my family on my side. Unfortunately, a lot of them aren't feeling well anymore. Couldn't imagine why. Not that we've spoken a while, but I need a card for this sun in reverse. Somebody doesn't want you to see. Ooh, I got two. They're trying to block your heart chakra. The letter J could be significant. Or they're trying to, they could just try to, feels to me like they're trying to block all sense of love and sunshine. Now, this could be the powers that be in general. Sorry, let's turn it the way it's meant to be seen. They're trying to block out the sun. In turn, blocking out joy, happiness. I don't think you need your third eye to see that. You just need to literally look up. Look up. There's a change coming, though. There is a change with this Eight of Wands. Something's going to be changing quickly when it comes to this. I think, just like with 2020, people did wake up. There's a lot more of us now than there were back then. And there's a lot more people going down other rabbit holes. But they're trying to block it. They're trying to block your third eye. They're trying to block your heart chakra. They're trying to block out your joy. When we're sad and depressed, we make bad decisions. I know, like, I don't even make decisions in the luteal phase just because. I don't think you should make decisions during that time. It is a time for rest and reflection for me. Tell me about this power. I feel like it probably is power related. Can you imagine having the power to block out the sun? Like, who the fuck are you, Mr. Burns? Like, what's the point? What was his point of that? Does anybody remember that Simpsons episode where he blocked out the sun? Do you remember why? Do you remember why? I just know that when we don't feel good, we don't fight back. It's the whole point of getting us exhausted at the work day. The way, like, you know, the whole system is set up. You don't have time. You're so worried about your bills and so worried about trying to have a normal freaking life that most people at the end of the day do not have time to think about why it's cloudy all the time, or why the government might be trying to take us all out, you know. The robots are ready. That's why. The robots are ready. They don't need us anymore. We want to be childlike. We want to play. We want to have fun. We want to be innocent. And that's exactly what we're going to do regardless of the gray sky. Somebody could even be trying to do spell work on either an innocent childlike person or a child in general. They really, you know, not specifically with the planes, but I don't think they want people breeding anymore if you're not part of their club. Because everybody seems to be having a hard time conceiving these days, especially if you went out and at one point were a good citizen to get all your jabs. I'm not mad at anybody who did that, by the way, because they spent decades upon decades upon decades, you know, controlling the narrative and pumping fear into everybody. They spent billions of dollars on how to get smart people to do this. You know, they want, if you're a good person, you're not going to kill grandma, right? Like, obviously a bunch of really good people took one for the team. So, like, I love all you vaccinated folks. I doubt any's still here, but, you know, I understand how that happened. I'm not mad at anybody. I know a lot of people came over to our side after they developed myocarditis and all those types of things. But they really want to take away your innocence. They want to take your joy. You're playful. You're happy. Yeah, and I feel like, you see, with the Jack of... This is the Knight of Swords here. They're sending spell work. Words are spells. These rats here are using what looks to be a grimoire along with like, they're putting things in your food, right? So whether that be like your fast food, your fuck, I hope they're not putting children in it. But we all are pretty suspicious about where the beef is coming from. When you add up the numbers, it doesn't add up. There's not enough cattle in the world, but there certainly is enough chattel in the world, which, by the way, if you have a birth certificate, you are chattel. Which is another way to say, like, you're like a cowherd, right? Tell me about this lady who has a do-over. So we have an opportunity here. This is the Ace of Pentacles, to bring back the sun. And that could be, getting out there and talking about it, standing on a street corner with a sign. I don't know. I'm almost there. I know there's lots of online groups. I'll never stop. I'll never stop. I'll never stop. There's nothing you guys can do to ever make me, not you, my viewers, not you, my collective, but there's nothing. I will die on this hill. Okay? I said it about the COVID vaccine. If I'm allowed to say that anymore, I don't know. You know, like I'm not going out like that. It does remind me of the 1940s. I know, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Tell me about this fire horse and this snake, please. So the snake is all about seduction, desire, occult knowledge as well. Work towards your desires, working with your desires. I do want to see what this horse does say here, because I kind of used my own goddess, the land, and travel. So somebody may be trying to, somebody's desiring to travel towards you. Could be someone with ill intentions, though as you can see, I absolutely love snakes. This could be somebody else who is into the occult. Occult just means hidden knowledge. I am into the occult. I do not do spell work or anything along those lines. However, I dabble in divination. I don't personally think, just like you watching this, that the men who wrote the Bible for control, it's funny because we have a lady writing something here with the Ten of Pentacles. It's possibly your legacy to rewrite, to help rewrite. If you don't know what the Looking Glass is, or Project Looking Glass, it apparently is a device that the powers that be have access to, where they can see into the future, and they're very, very desperate to change that future because good wins. We win. This doesn't work out for them. I feel like I've been told that we really actually, they are going to be the cause of their own demise. So like we don't have to, like, what we need to pick up is a book, knowledge. What we need to keep is written books and knowledge. Because anything digital can be edited and changed. And I know that they're trying to literally secretly get rid of all the paper books, like in George Orwell's 1984, because when you have a digital copy, you can always go back and change history. You can change what people, now with AI, you can even change what people have said in videos, to pretty much gaslight the entire planet into thinking like, oh, we didn't say that. That was never the rule. That's never been the rule. See, look at this digital copy of this book. It says it right here. But whatever this information is, I think the more we learn that occult knowledge is open to everybody. If you want to learn, you need to do your own research on things. And this will put an end. This will give us the independent wealth rather than them. We need to take our power back. And that's actually what the Dragon card is about, is taking your power back. I don't think at this point going down and talking to your mayor or town meetings, I don't think that's going to do a dang thing, because it's already, they're just puppets rolling out the agendas. However, you can always stick your neck out like I did at Home Hardware the other day, looking like a crazy conspiracy theorist. Because you never, like, buddy, I guarantee you, because we had one nice day yesterday, and of course, the planes were out, and today, we're back down to 8 degrees in June. So, I have a feeling that, I'm hoping with all my heart, that Buddy took my advice and just looked up and questioned, like, maybe she's right. You know, just plant a little seed. Cultivate. cultivate. Don't be afraid to cultivate these things. Don't be afraid to talk about. I know the jabs were a long time ago, but it's obviously still affecting people because there's none so blind who cannot see. I don't know what that saying actually says or does, but to me, like, you know, it's somehow affected everybody's brain. You come from a long line of healers, which is probably why you're still here, because not only do we heal people, we heal planets. And that's why, though you're not from here, you were sent. Something about union workers, something about Skidoo, something about demon face syndrome. So I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be seeing these types of things. If you know a union worker who's money hungry, you may catch a glimpse of demon face syndrome. If you don't know what that is, a few years ago they were talking about it on the news. It's when somebody's face becomes distorted and looks evil. I've seen a couple. I am someone who witnesses demon face syndrome. I actually particularly see them a lot around the eclipses. They seem to come out more for some reason. You'll know who's who, because I don't think we're all, I think a lot of us aren't from here. It depends on if you're here to help or hurt. But whoever this person is, again, demon face syndrome came out, is money hungry. The letter S, stalking you is their favorite thing to do, which is funny because in that reading I wanted to have come out that I didn't record earlier, was actually a lot about that, the curtain watching, and I think they were doing that probably back around 2020 is spying on you, keeping tabs on you. But I think they're back at it. I don't know if you laid low for a bit or just like all the hype was kind of down and now it's coming back around with the digital IDs coming out and the forever presence now of AI. But January and February could be significant, or we could be speaking of a Pisces, Aquarius, or Capricorn. Aquarius is twice there. I think the moon's in Aquarius right now. I think. Yeah. The moon and Pluto in Aquarius. So we got the sun in Gemini. People are talking a lot about this, that, and the other thing, but it is certainly a time for communication. So I'm getting the feeling that things are kind of coming back around. And with Mars in Taurus, they may be trying to take action some sort when it comes to whatever they tried to steal last time or hide last time. Bird, need a card for Let's Go Taurus and Cultivate, please. Something about New Brunswick, which is odd. I had Quebec in that reading earlier, so the Canadian East Coast. I know it's not on the board, but those kids that went missing in Nova Scotia, it feels like there are some, because my last reading that wasn't recorded was all about sex trafficking and New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Quebec. So I feel like it kind of is giving me, these people are sick when it comes to children. And they may be, we know that Agaiin is not in jail. We know that Epstein's not in jail, and Agaiin was seen in Quebec, Canada. I have a feeling Epstein's not far from her. I also know that there's a lot more kids missing that they even report, because what they do is they have a troubled teenager staying with this aunt or this grandma or this, and next thing you know, they don't come home. Oh, that's because she's ran away because she's a bad kid, but they're trying to, you're like the great white buffalo. I think you probably made your presence known during 2020, and since then, it's like you have 9 lives because they keep coming after you. I feel like they're trying to get you near water, harbor, port. Something about the letter A is livid about you. About you having 9 lives. Bird, I need 1 card for Third Eye and Mountain, please. Yeah. Somebody's trying to block your heart chakra, your solar plexus, your third eye. Because, like, we have your third eye, your heart, and your solar plexus. And then we have this... Like, they're really, really trying to get you to shut the fuck up. And then, of course, I'm going to throw in short throat chakra just because, like... It's either somebody trying to get me to shut up, or it's literally, again, the chemtrails in the air. People are desperate. You caught them trying to grab a strand of your hair. So this person at one point, possibly a female, was maybe picking like a hair off your shoulder, and she's just like, oh, just getting that off for you. But this is a sus female. Somebody that probably uses Spellwork to control people, but they're meeting up. Whoever this person was is meeting up with other people to discuss you and what's next. Their sister could be a lawyer. They could be doing spell work on your child. There's a big yawn, Percy. Are you sizing? Are you hungry? What are you sizing up? Do you see the animals on the cards or something? Do you see the Sneck giving a big yawn over there? Tell me about this spell work in this child. I think they want your power. There's something inside you that is, they consider maybe a hard case. Where I live, I didn't know what that means at first, but hard case is somebody that doesn't bend easily. It also could be somebody who parties a lot. They could want you, maybe if you used to party a lot, they could want you to be back in that type of energy. Now, they call them guides more than hunters, but really what they are is hunters. And the letter A is actually coming back to me. Him and his son. I just saw WEF, World Economic Forum. Somebody could work for them. Healed or are healing from what they've done to you. So here's your do-over. Maybe the son actually helped to heal the last time, the first round or the second round, or how, you're probably somebody that they've come after your whole life. You just maybe didn't understand that until 2020. Like, if you've had a lot of near-death experiences, maybe you're starting to learn why. I think people have known who you are before you knew who you were. Grandfather was a high-ranking Mason. So, woo! They don't want you to talk about that. MK Ultra. So your grandfather could be a high-ranking Mason. Had you in an MK Ultra type program, which you have obviously broken free from. Maybe you're supposed to be like maybe you, in a sense, switched up. I have, they hunt people coming out again, and daughter. You know, maybe you were lined up to be some sort of sacrifice to help rank up, and next thing you know, you're this crazy rebel. I have a feeling maybe Grandpa's not around anymore, and the thing is, like, when you're working for the wrong side on this level, and when you cross over and go home, you realize how bad you fucked up. Like, this is an emergency, and now they were doing everything they can to help you from the other side, because they feel bad for what they did. On this area, we have nanoparticles coming out. Put a tracker on your car, and again, like a cat, speaking about 9 lives. I need a card here now because the journal talks about secrets coming out. You could be somebody who's releasing a lot of occult knowledge that was handed down to you on a genetic level from your family, who probably is Masons and Eastern Stars, but you're not part of that group. You have occult knowledge handed down to you, and you're spilling the beans here, and they don't like you for that. The year of the fire horse is very significant. It could be because your voice is being heard this year. It could be because you are making new legacy. This 10 of diamonds here, this 10 of pentacles. You're creating a new legacy on, and then we have East by doing this. And then we have us/we. So you and maybe you have a beautiful familiar, whether that be a little black cat or a beautiful corn snake. Maybe, you know, maybe you get, I also have birds. And I feel like I get a lot of information from my birds. If you listen well, they communicate. They'll tell you what's going on. They talk a lot of shit. But maybe you're somebody that can communicate with animals. I do see a lot of animals on here right now. Like, it's almost all animals, in fact. Maybe you even have, like, a bearded dragon. I also have a bearded dragon. But it seems like you get your downloads almost from Mother Earth. You are highly connected with Mother Earth. You could even be a Taurus yourself or some sort of earth sign. Serial killer coffee mechanic. Don't drink any coffee from mechanics. They may have a side job. Unfortunately, my battery looks to be like it's going to die, so if I hang up on you, hang up. If I disappear real quick, that's what happened. The system, CPS, government, search and rescue, town workers, it says are the best kind. Now, that could be they really are. They're here to help and work with you and save you maybe from a flood. It could also mean that sarcastically, I certainly would not be taking any coffees from any serial killer mechanics. Maybe, I just saw Cancer, so maybe your family was sending them your way, considering you're very possibly, like I said, from a family full of Eastern Stars, Masons, Kingsmen, Oddfellows, Shriners, all those type of people. Symptoms of alcohol abuse. You can see in a lot of these people, because they have such moral high ground, right? One more card, please, for... You know what? Do you know what I feel like? I don't even feel like I need another card, but this family or families rule the whole town, and they don't like you, and those are the people that are, you know, trying to get at you. Block your sunshine, block your chakras. Us, we, that's you and me, babe. You and me. We're out there, you know, sharing the knowledge, sharing the secrets. I'm so glad to have you here with me. And I'd really like to get to know you too. Drop a line in the comment. I'd love to conversate with you guys that have made it to the end of this video. Obviously, we're on the same page. But I love you, and I hope to see you again. Peace. Take care.